One, two, okay. All right, welcome lovely Rototom people for the first session of the day. Today we are going to get a bit nerdy as it's all about sound clash. Very exciting but also very specialized part of sound system culture. On the panel we have members of 4 different experienced sound boy killers who have all taken part in the World Clash by Irish and Chin, hence the title World Clash Vibrations, Tales of the Dancehall Contest. Right next to me we have the winner of the final World Clash that took place in London in May. Code Red from Kingston, Jamaica, represented by Chris Diamond.
Yeah.
Next to Chris Diamond, we have Matja, the one-man army from Germany's Warrior Sound, who won.
Bless up.
Who won more clashes than I can name right now. I just tell you some of the important ones. Global Sound Clash 2019, the annual Welcome to Jamrock Cruise Clash there was also 2019.
Yeah.
He came out second at World Clash 2016 in New York, and as well as at the recent Global Sound Clash in Montego Bay. Yes. Then next to Matja, we have Northern Light from Udine in Italy, which consists of Michelle, one of the rare female selectors in the sound business, and her husband, Fire Ed. Northern Lights have won the Euro Rumble at U-Club in Germany and thereby qualified for World Clash 2017 in Toronto, where they reached the Dub Dub against King Turbo. And then on the far, we have an Italian sound system veteran from Rome, Lampadred from One Love High Power, who was one of the first European sounds to play at World Clash. I think it was in 2003. And he survived all important clashes, from UK Cup Clash to Rhythm Clash to Fully Loaded in Jamaica. And you probably know him from Rototom, where he is part of the dancehall crew, as well as Northern Lights. They together run the dancehall. And let me briefly introduce the Reggae University team to you. That's on the very far from your side, it's the left side. David Katz from London is the author of the Lee Scratch Perry biography, People Funny Boy, which has just been revised. Then next to him is Pier Tosi, a DJ and radio host from Bologna, Italy. And next to me is Alan Koehlings. My name is Pete Lilly. We are both editors of Riddim Magazine. I want to start by asking each sound to introduce themselves again by telling us what makes them special, what distinguishes their sound from other sound, what makes them unique. Maybe you want to go ahead, Chris?
Definitely. Well, go on again. Big up everybody. I don't know one love it. So may I say, this is Chris Diamond, Code Red Sound, representing Kingston, Jamaica. What makes my sound, our sound, big up the entire team, Lank, Master Lee, Rush, the whole family. What makes Code Red unique is that most sounds that enter in the Sound Clash arena started out by clashing in some form or way. We went out through the gate as a juggling sound, start picking up the hardcore thing, fully loaded. We want fully loaded. We discharge fully loaded over and over. We clash everybody there. Wyclef Jean, we clash everybody. Ricky Chupa, we kill Firelinks, like crazy sounds we won. That was when people start recognizing that we had the ability to be both a juggling sound and a hardcore sound. So since then we kind of prepared more, stepped up a little bit, got some more dubs, of course, do the thing the right way, and we moved on to show the world that we are officially the first sound to start off in juggling and then go to make it big in a juggling around the world, and then enter the Clash arena and to win a big championship like the World Clash. I don't think there's ever been a sound to do that. So that makes us stand out and make people look at us different. Many people did not believe that we could do it, because they was looking at this, boy, know we are juggling sound can enter the clash arena and do well. They don't really look at it that way. You have to be a hardcore clash sound, and then, you know, after a few clashes, then you start juggle to maintain the business or whatever. But we did it the other way and it worked. So that makes us stand out in the eyes of many people who appreciate what we have done. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Okay, Matja?
Okay, it's Warrior Sound is playing music for 20 years as well, and since 2009 I'm clashing, and no matter if I clash or juggle, I try to give the people a special energy. It's not working every night, but I work really hard that, you know, like every night that I step out and play music, the people them leave with a smile and a good feeling, you know? That's what Warrior Sound stands for. You come to a dance of Warrior Sound, you will not like every song that I'm playing. You will not like every speech that I make, but I try to catch every one of you in certain parts of the night, certain parts of the dance or the clash. So once I catch you and you feel the vibes, you are going to say, yo, Warrior Sound, a bad sound. And that's what I try to do. I try to get you into the vibe, the energy that I'm trying to put out when I'm on stage. I try to bring my musical vibe straight to the hearts of you and make you smile. That's what I'm trying to do. Make the people them smile and, you know, like, be satisfied with music. So when them leave the dance, them say that was a good night. And that's the first goal what I have. I don't care about trophies, I don't care about winnings. I care about people that say, Warrior Sound a bad song because he played some songs that touch my heart, touch my soul. He made a speech that bust up the place and he make me laugh here, he make me laugh there. Or he played the song that's shit, I don't like it. You know, like, even that is good because people are talking about me. So I want to give you that energy that you don't forget Warrior Sound when you went to a dance, a clash, or a juggling that I played.
All right, this is Fayaed. Hi, everybody. I'm part of the second generation for Northern Light Sound. Northern Light Sound started like 23 years ago, and Michel was there back then. And as I said, I'm part of the second generation, me and DJ Deso, which is my brother. And yeah, actually, as Chris Diamond said, we're coming from the same school. We're coming from the juggling days and juggling school. Even though our first sound clashes was back in 2004, we always focus on, you know, actually the real formula, which is the basic one, getting a sound. We made it back in like 20 years ago to bought a truck. So we started from the bottom, like building the thing on the proper way in order to be called a sound. And when we reach world clash stages and those international sound clash stages, we were like getting the advantage of knowing how to build selection and get the people into the mood of the musical journey you were, you know, building by playing that song after that song after that song, which is nowadays you have sound focusing on building the dub box, which is getting dubs by artists and, you know, going to sound clash and they just play the bigger caliber dubs and stuff like that. We always focus on create like a journey which can take you from a spot to another, and while you listen to our selection, you can understand where we're going because we are like playing a song saying something which is like preparing you for the other song coming. And when the end of the round comes, you realize what we say from the first song to the last song as actually a sense in terms of building, as I said, something to let everybody know what we are about. So I think this comes from the juggling school, which is just focusing on entertaining the people instead of playing the latest songs and the bigger dubs, which actually, at the end of the day, makes you win sound clash. But we always like, no matter the win or lose, we just want everybody to understand what Northern Lights is about, and it's vibe, which is the most important thing for us. That's Northern Lights.
Ciao to everybody. My name is Lampa, originally from Roma, from a crew named One Love High Power. I started to play music very long time ago. I started on a radio in the 1980, so about 42 years ago. And then we build a sound. When we mean build a sound, it was, you know, building a sound with boxes and amplifier and those things, you know, because this is how we get to learn the sound system culture from Jamaica and London especially. London was definitely the first place in Europe where we get in touch with this culture. So we definitely had these things to have a sound. Then we started from there. And then we reached the SUNSPLASH arena because it's simple part of the whole Jamaican culture. So we couldn't stay out of it. So we had a chance to be in Jamaica because we had a record shop. And from there, we entered the stage. We was lucky to be playing on the right place at the right time. And somebody recognized, wow, some sound from Europe, have a whole heap of dubs. So Irish and Chin was listening to a program on internet called Kingston Signal, held in a Down Sound Records in Kingston, where all the biggest sounds from Jamaica used to play, go there, you know, BS Odyssey, Jarro, Trooper, you name it. So we had a chance to go there because we used to go pick up records in Down Sound, and the guy is a big photographer who is not here anymore, called Afflicted Yard, which I will be devoted for all the rest of my life, because through him, we get to reach on Irish and Chin. He was listening to the program, he called us right away and say, all right, we want you at the one at the World Clash, and we say, no, we're not ready yet. No, we're not ready yet, because it was incredible for us even to have somebody thinking about a little European sound go to this big stage. And then we say, well, all right, give us a year. And then the same year, we touched the Fully Loaded show, which is a big show in Jamaica, held on Ayrshire Beach at the time, you know, with all the biggest sounds from, you know, all over the world, DJ Khaled, you name it. Then we did bust big time. From that time, Chin said, all right, you must come now, you're ready. So that was 2002, and then 2003, we went to the World Clash in New York. We didn't win, but, you know, we gained one of the most important things to me, that is the respect, you know, which is much important than any trophy. And then the years after, we nearly win the clash, because we reached the tune for tune with Black Cat. But at the time, we did clash with almost the biggest sound in the arena, you know, Mighty Crown, BS Odyssey, you know. I think was very hard for us. Even we didn't believe ourselves that we reached so far, you know. And then from there, we did many more editions of the World Clash. 2 in New York, 1 in Canada. We did a Jamaica Dead Before Dishonor. And then, the one in London, yeah, the 2 UK Cup, and then the tag team, which we did win also. That probably was the biggest major win for One Love as a team, because, of course, we was in a big team like with Ratigan and BS Odyssey. It could have been quite easy, but we did our part as well, you know. We win a point, you know. We did mash up Panther, you know. That happened many times. But, you know, and this is it. Now, it's been a while now, we kind of out of the arena of clash. But we're still playing, we still string up the sound, we still maintaining what was the original reason why we start to build a sound. I mean, make the people know about this wonderful island called Jamaica, which has a big, long history of music, started from the 60s until now, and all this music, we call it dancehall. I mean, dancehall, to me, is a space. It's not one style of music. Ska, rocksteady, reggae, rubber-dub, steppers, all of these kind of styles is dancehall. Dancehall is a place, and this is why I still play music, because I want to people understand that. Dancehall is a space where you string up a sound and music get played. Could be whatever you want it, you know, because This is how we learn it from Jamaica, because without Jamaica, would be no One Love in Italy, no Northern Lights in Udine or Mattia in Germany, and this is goes all around the world. No music's global, you know.
Yeah, I would actually like you to tell the people, as a veteran selector who, even before you took One Love like on the global stage, you introduced Soundclash to Europe. I mean,
Yeah,
in the
to
90s
Europe,
it
and
was
I-
basically not known, so maybe you can recall what it was like to clash for people who don't really know what's going on.
No, it was hard. I mean, even when we did go to Fully Loaded, Fully Loaded is a well-known show where people play remixes, hardcore, you know, juggling. And we say, all right, what we are going to do now? We don't have those kind of style. We played, you know, the roots, the dancehall, you know. We start playing Benicàssim and Beer Gunshot. Beer Gunshot started from early, you know. And we just play the one-drop music, which is the one we know better than anything else, you know. And it worked. Because in Jamaica, I learned that if you play good, it doesn't matter if you're white, green, or blue. If you're boss, you're boss. If you're good, you're good. If you're bad, you get buckled. It doesn't matter what's your name, you know. They don't care about who you are, you know. If you are in with the vibes, you get you forward. You know, they never make me feel a stranger in Jamaica for all these years I've spent there, you know, because I think we did treat the culture of Jamaica with a proper way, you know. Make sure, you know, we not really do something that now is quite an argument, you know. This call it cultural appropriation, you know. And all these years we were there, I was always thinking as an Italian, the way I live and do the things with my cultural background, you know. Never try to be like. We get inspiration from Jamaica, of course. Without it, we can't be here, you know. Simple as that.
Chris, I would like to, you said earlier that Code Red started as a juggling sound. And can you tell us what it took to turn a juggling sound into a clash sound and how you went about it?
It was not the easiest thing, because hear what it is now. Once you get branded a particular way, if you get branded as you are this type of sound, you're a disco sound, or you're a uptown sound, or you're a hardcore sound. If you notice it, even the hardcore sounds in Jamaica, you will never see them play on certain type of event that is considered to be like a party or a big type of event in Jamaica. You only see them, like you'll never see a Panther book or a trooper book for certain events because they are considered as hardcore sounds. So people who want to party at large events, the problem with that is that the hardcore events you might, on a good hardcore event, you might have 1,000 people, 1,500. Those are the dance, them country or whatever, the deep dance. Then now you have the events now where you might go and see 6,000, 7,000 people. But those people they're not really, it's not the hardcore music they go for. They just want to party. They don't want to hear too much dub plate and all of that. You can put in 1 and 2, but it's mostly the party they're there for. So it's like you won't see certain sounds booked on certain events. So for us, it was kind of hard now because we wanted to be the sound that was booked on the country dance, the ghetto dance, the badman dance, the dancehall, the sound clash, and then the parties, which is uptown, which now you're going to get. You're more publicized for those events, because then you have more photographers, more media people, more media houses cover those type of events. So that help you in the long run. So to make that transition from the juggling sound now, whereas we are party, we are bust up certain party, we are go hard, and then take it to the hardcore side now. There was a lot of people now who never had the opportunity to do what we were doing, like say, certain party uptown. All right, when you think about Code Red was among Renaissance and those sounds uptown, typically. See, I am from a Garrison area though. So I say I'm from Red Hills Road, so that's more considered the ghetto, but Code Red itself was formed uptown until I became a member of the sound, and then, so the places that Code Red were playing back in the days with a Renaissance or a Copper Shot or a certain type of people, a DJ Khalid, Raz and Biggie, certain hardcore sounds was not getting the privilege to play at those dances because they didn't really meet the criteria of partying. So when we locked them type of events, and then we had to cross the boundaries now to go the hardcore side, whole heap of those sound man was not happy. So they was like, yo, them boy they for go and so they gave us a fight. It made the job a little bit harder for us. So we had to do more than the normal hardcore sound to be recognized. And then it started happening from the Fully Loaded, from the thing down at Tivoli Garden, you have Jim Brown Memorial, them dancer like Ariel Lampa say. Once you play good, alone gunshot. So I say, dub plate a drop. And those dance, you have to customize. You have to customize certain tunes, like a specific dance for the area, you know, died or whatever, and you go there now to represent. You have to play a certain dub plate with his name, bigging up the dance for the era, certain little thing from a specific artist, a Bounty Killer, a Beanie Man, whichever. And those were the things that gave you the respect, because whoever played the baddest customized dub for the night, you are going to be the sound everybody's talking about tomorrow. So we experienced that. That was a transition for Code Red, the Jim Brown Memorial and those type of hardcore dance, Champions in Action, Fully Loaded too, in the earlier stages. So we made that transition. It was not easy. It was very hard because most of the sounds them would have fight us out. The sound them now, the hardcore sound them would have kind of build a little bridge, envious and things. So we do it and we make it happen like nothing because the talent, once you have the love for it, you see the sound system business, many sounds have the money, the funds, the dub plate, or they have the links and the connection to get on any event. But after a few years, 2 years, you see them start kind of depreciate because they did not love it. So you have to have the love, you have to eat the music, you have to sleep, eat, breathe music, you have to love music. Because when you go into a dance with 6 other sound systems, and it's a very competitive, Jamaica is the most competitive place to play at a dance. Warrior can tell you, Northern Lights can tell you, like everybody is at each other's necks, because we want, when tomorrow morning come, everybody talking about us, not you. So once the music starts, it's competition. So I'm saying? So that now, we did that, it wasn't the easiest thing. The brand Code Red itself was set there, been all over the world, Africa, elsewhere, all for the juggling aspect of it. So we've been to Africa, Japan, all of those places as the juggling sound from Jamaica. So now we step foot seriously into the Clash Arena. Even certain artists that usually give it dub, like as them have a new song, I'm under the voice a dub and say, yo, yeah man, check your email. Them think they stop now because we start Clash, so I'm gonna say, yo, hey, you have to come buy your dub them now. So it crazy and it's expensive, and certain man usually there. It's like, but we just take our time. It was hard work, and like me said, the love for it, like the love. Like I eat, sleep, and drink music, nothing else. I suffered, no money, no nothing at all, no clothes, one shoes, everything. And took my time and build everything, advised me dub them a little bit, and the whole team put together, everybody. It was hard work, but look at us today. We are the current world champion, and I give God thanks for that, and big up all of my fans and everybody. Everybody who has become a fan of Code Red now, no flop. Yeah, man.
And Mattia, as a one-man army, it must be really tough, you know, to play, select, entertain, and attack. So, you know, when did you say, okay, I made the move now to Clash also? Because, you know, I always admire to have one person there, you know, because normally in the sound we have a few person, but there are few people who can really do that, you know, so maybe you tell us a bit about it.
Yeah. In the beginning when I played sound, I had a selector with me. I think it was 2006, he had problems with his ears and retired from music, playing music. And I had one clash against a sound called City Lock from Germany, where I actually hired a selector, a friend of mine, who helped me to select the clash. And there were 3 mistakes in that clash that I didn't cause, because he had a list of what to play and stuff like that, but then he mixed it up. And in that moment I decided to in the future, I want to control it by my own, because if I'm doing a mistake, I can correct it. I can learn from it. I can, in the future, not make that mistake anymore, and get a better version of Warrior Sound out there. So I decided to just do this on my own in the future. I decided to write the dubs and select and play the music. And you know, in the end, I'm not alone. I have like a team around me supporting me. I have my wife coming with me all over the world, supporting me. Without her, you know, sometimes it would be hard to go on a class stage and be that motivated. And you know, like, she has my back everywhere I go. So on stage, yeah, my brand is the one-man army, but you know, like, I have friends and family around me that support what I do. They are, you know, like, they're kind of part of the team. So it's a wonderful woman and the one-man army now. And it's a lot of friends around us that help us supporting and reaching where we want to reach and what we want to do. So on stage, of course, as you experience now, because your selector is not here with you on the Europe tour, as it was planned to be, it's a lot of running forwards and back and selecting the right track, and then sometimes if you do a mistake, yeah, it will not work, and you somehow have to get the energy on your side again, and you have to fix it, yeah. And you have to come back, and you know, like sometimes it can take longer, but the thing is, you will learn from this. Every time you do something that the people don't feel and don't like, you will learn from this, and next time you will do better. And if you have a selector with you, perhaps he will do the same thing again, because not everybody is like you, and you can't expect anybody else think like you think or act like you act. So having all these decisions, the musical decisions, either if they're bad or good, in my control, is a very good feeling for me, and I will not give this away anymore in my life. That's why it will be a one-man army from now till I stop playing music, which is the day when I die.
Okay, thank you, Mattia. And Michelle and Fire Ed, you know, to enter the clashing arena, you have to really invest in building up a dub plate box. Maybe you can tell the people, you know, how you started to clash, what it takes to build up the box, and, you know, what is connected to that.
That's a really good question in terms of the commitment of, you know, trying to understand what's the smartest move. Because once you have a budget, you need to understand how to spend it in the smartest way. And I'm saying this because even though I don't like to talk publicly about prices and stuff, because we all play music which is craft. So this is something that should be inside the environment of the one playing it. But that's it. So since you have that little, you know, that specific amount of money, you have to understand if you want to build a dub box in general, or if you want to spend money over dubs for a particular clash, which means once you know your opponent, you know his weapons, you know what's missing in your box, and you kind of take one road of many roads you have in front of you. So for us, it's always been something like, okay, you know what, every sound is voicing that dub, but that same artist have that other song which is popular too, which this is the basic element. If you want to not, you know, voice the hit song, at least you have to go for one popular song, so you're not flopping the artist. So we always trying to, you know, even taking the risk of letting your opponent playing that huge song, you know, that's a song which is hot on the road, and you take the risk not to voice that in order to have that same artist in the latest round. I don't know if I'm getting too nerdy, but this is just trying to show everybody that there's different ways of approaching this. And if you are not like, if you don't have an unlimited budget, you have to choose.
Northern!
Yeah, that's bounty. And so actually building the dubs and your own dub box, which is your music collection, most of the time describe how you approach music. And one thing about Northern Lights, we are very unpredictable. I won't say poor. In terms of, you know, surprising everybody with something they are not expecting to be played in a sound clash, but I'm not saying because we are playing something which is not recognizable by the crowd, but we are playing something which makes you like feel something like, oh yeah, these artists have these songs too, and it's a huge song. So once you have to choose, you have to be smart. Build your dub box is a craft. It takes commitment. You cannot miss. When you shoot, you have to hit the target. And if you're not going for the hit song, you have to study, breathe music, as Chris said, live it 24/7. And I think it takes a lot more in terms of efforts you have to put in. But once you love it, it's like you're into it. It's a journey, and we've been doing this for 23 years. We will always keep the same approach in terms of, which song to pick and how to handle a sound clash. So basically, this is our policy.
Let's give the people an example of Northern Lights dub plate.
Yeah, if you're playing the Bounty Dub, I would like to just mention one thing. This is what I mean when I say commitment. When we pick a song to make a dubs, we always try to respect the structure of the original song in terms of syllables and how many words on that line, how the original words sound, the original meaning of a song, and try to pick that song because the general meaning can fit in the situation we are in that specific moment. And these Bounty Killer dubs came out like 4 years ago, and basically it's a storytelling of Bounty Killer career. We take it and make our own storytelling of our own career. So it started from mentioning when we did start, what we did, when we reached, and basically the bottom line is Northern Lights will be forever a sound you will always remember. So that's Bounty Killer.
Let me did one time, Michelle, Haskell, Shell, motherfucking niggas fell. Hey yo, there's the big gun them bless her, Italy, treat them bitterly. You know it's Northern Lights, the light that shines bright.
We say the one general in the
Well, 1999 witnessed it, birth of a grape, shine the light up the knot, Northern Lights start a win you. Lock up three sound in a classic 1v1. After that we never stop, then world clash was the bomb. Now the world start here we, music start here we, and sound boy fear we kill them clearly. Some sound won't clash we, but don't compare we are on another level. Northern Lights a change the game, so Northern Lights open another place.
Yeah.
Lampa, as the veteran who has lived in Kingston for quite some years, maybe you can tell us about the joy as well as maybe the problems you come across when you hunt artists to get their dub plates.
Well, I feel lucky because, I mean, when we start playing voicing dubs, as I say, we start first building the sound. Amplifier, boxes, go all around, string up, and then we was doing also promotion, calling artists from, bring artists in Jamaica, in Italy, and, them see you play on the sound, and then after you bring them in studio, and then, when they sing about your sound, they know your sound, they know you. So we was kind of lucky at the time because we had no internet. So for voice Bujo, you have to meet Bujo, right? If you want voice Bounty, you go look for Bounty and bring him in a studio. So in that way, we was lucky. We built a relation with the artist, even with Sizzla. We know Sizzla, we went to voice Sizzla when he just bust, 98. It's one of the artists we have more dubs. I don't even have to give him a paper, even Bujo. If I give Bujo a paper with my name, it might cost me, because he remember all the members of the One Love, even those who don't play on the sound, and so we're lucky in that way, because with most of the artists we build a relation. Just probably the last years we do dubs, we do it through internet while we was in Italy, but we know them already, they know you. So that kind of give you the little chance that having a little vibes more on the dubs, even if technically probably not even proper mix or recording sometimes, but you have the vibes and the lyrics. When you're talking about your name, they know you. You know, that's the differences. The dubs that I chose to play is that we was lucky to have those two artists together in the studio in the same time sharing the microphone. It was not like cut and, you know, and put together. The two of them in the studio, same time, one shot. Not even stop it and come again. No, it was like a live show. You know, because when you put big artists like Bujo and Barrington Levy together, you can't flop. And that dubs was recorded at Black Scorpio Studio with Black Scorpio, who voiced the two of them already on production. He never had the two of them together in studio. But we was able even to make Bujo move from his studio, because Bujo usually don't move from Carlisle Avenue. Him stay there, you know. But we was able to make him move and come over Scorpio to voice that song for us. I kind of feel blessed for that, you know.
Let's check it out.
The sound called One Love Sound from Roma. Yo, like one project, Tano, Deuce B, King David and Clava, Act Like Lava. Anytime come out of Bantan Levy and Butch Bantan and Murder of Chacha, Bantan Levy come cross fast.
Shut your mouth. Whoa, whoa, whoa. When two sounds goes to war, only one love gonna wear their crown. Crown. When two sounds goes to war, only one love gonna wear their crown. Crown.
Barrington, don't be dead. One love then I'll save the land. Don't play it about something a sound boy. Don't be dead. One love then I'll save the land. Don't play it about something.
Matja, how do you go about voicing a dub plate? How do you decide which artist, which song, which rhythm, which lyrics? Do you write the lyrics yourself, or how does it work?
You want the most simple answer? Ganja. I meditate about this. I feel I need a certain artist or a certain song. Hey, for example, from my brother, who is sitting right there. Big up Scaramucci. Good to see you. I saw you mash up over Gem last night. Hey, good to have you here, my family. And then I just meditate about it. I'm just thinking about it, and I will have the lyrics written down on a piece of paper and then play with it. Play with it until it's fit. And I always tell the artist to change words here and there if my lyrics don't fit, to keep the vibe of the song and the flow of the song alive, because I don't want like an artist to sing on a different rhythm and people don't even recognize the song that I'm playing. So I want them to know and recognize the original song and have these kind of special lyrics. But sometimes, because if you're going to play the dub now, because that's what we're in right now, sometimes you just need a song how it is. Some songs are so good the way they are. And sometimes you just need those simple so-called regular songs by some people, but they will sometimes save your life in a clash. Or with this song that I chose to play right now, it's a song that I didn't play for 12 years. It's a song I didn't play in a big clash for really a long time. And then when the timing is right, and the vibe is right, and the speech is right, any song at a certain time with the right speech and the right vibe can, you know, like cause trouble. And this song that we're going to play right now was the biggest forward I ever received in a sound clash in my entire life. And it's not that long ago. It's like a month ago, Pier 1, Montego Bay, Jamaica. I was down 5-2 in the Dub for Dub against Bass Odyssey. And I just said, okay, you know what? Forget about it all. Dub for Dub, foundation style. No, we're not into this. This crowd wants something else. They want the energy. I'm going to play this song. And it was the biggest forward of the entire night and the biggest forward I ever get in a sound clash. Bigger than Super.
Warrior sound! Yeah, hear me? You know, say when I'm commission for the killing, I'm willing. Yes, Matia, bitch. Murder the song boy them.
When my song coming and the dance on, boy, I get a beating. Them really gone from bad to worse. Some boy them need some teaching.
Warrior son no kill sound from how long. Rather play through the man in a mash up session. But some little pussy will them want mash up with plans. So we decide to flop them in a competition. Some of them a trace like sister Pam. Like a two-tongue them have a one of them extra long. Through them know say them really know have selection. And nobody no really want hear them out.
Okay, Code Red, Chris. How, as a Jamaican who is like close to the artist, you would expect that it's easy for you to get dub plates, but you said before that when you switched from juggling to clashing, it became harder. So how do you prepare for like a major clash like World Clash?
All right, like World Clash, basically, our strategy, well, for Code Red itself, the whole team, we kind of formulate this whole strategy of, we don't voice what we want, we voice what we need. It makes no sense to us to spend money to voice a dub plate that we would then have to sit in the same clash and hope another sound don't play it before us. Yeah. So how we voice is, we have the talent behind the song that can intro a song or put it on a rhythm to have it be effective. So what we do now is, let's see, all right, this artist have 10 songs, let's see which 3 songs are these other sounds likely to not voice or not want to play. So then we say, all right, let's take those 3 and either we're going to customize it or we're going to fit it in a way that when it drop is like, this is the biggest song the artist have in the world. So that's how we approach it. Like even this dub plate, now I believe you're going to play. This dub plate was by Bojo Banton and Steve Marley. The concept of it, when I came up with the idea and I'm linked Lanka, I say, yo, what do you think about this? And he must say, yo, yeah, you know. By the time we link Steve now, we call Steve and we say, yo, Steve, you know, say, that song you want, that song is like your father song, Bob Marley song, and we kind of want to remake it. And Steve say, yo, how want to come up with the idea? Yeah? Who telling about this? I would say, what you mean? And he was telling us that himself and Bojo Banton is about to do this song and put it on an album. I was like, yo, really? And he said, yeah. So even when Stephen voiced his part, Bojo Banton was not able to do his part as yet. So Stephen voiced the whole full thing and then intro everything. When Bojo Banton now forward out now and Bojo hear it, Bojo voice theme part, and I say, yo, I want to come up with the idea, and it voice. And then after Bojo voice, Steve hear about Bojo part and say, no, I have to do about my part now. So it was like a competition. So this dub to us is crazy. Bojo Banton, Steve Marley, and I can tell you, going to the World Clash, I said to the team, like, yo, me know nobody now think of this. If we put it the right way, play it the right time, intro it the right way, Bojo, Steve Marley, the people that are going to listen to it are going to be crazy. Plus, Bojo Banton just got freed up like not too long before that, so it was crazy. So that dub here, this is one of the ways we think. When you listen to this dub here, not much sound going to voice it. Even when you voice it, Bojo say, boy, if you don't play this and make other sound want it, I rate no more. Which in after that, after we start playing it, few other sounds went and voiced it and Bojo said, all right, because before us, nobody came up with the idea, nothing at all. So it was great. And we never even know that Bojo Banton and Stevie were planning to record this song together. Because we went to Stephen for him to just voice the whole song by himself and just do it that way. And he told us, like, now, like, this is going to go on. Even when the dub was voiced, they said, if we're not going to go World Clash, play it a World Clash for 2020 before it got cancelled. But don't play it nowhere before, and after World Clash, not play it again until the album release. So this song is very, 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 this is how Code Red think. You can listen to it.
Lion, this is Steve Marley, Code Red, Top Lion sound, see?
A true man. Why Code Red are just happy? Raga.
Yeah, Lion, this is Steve Marley, Code Red, Top Lion sound, see?
A true man. Talk to them for me.
Yeah. Yes, my friend. Code Red gonna kill a sound. my friend. Code Red, I go murder them. Yes, my friend, my friend, my friend. Code Red, I go slaughter them. Stephen want them, yeah. How in the world could this be? Son, you have no idea the danger Code Red be. You may think it's a mystery. Lord God, we just jump on and crush all sound boys for
Them
free.
crying, Code Red, my friend. Me good friend. Kick out son boy teeth again.
Sorry, okay. Maybe one last question. You know, you played the final World Clash and you won the final World Clash. So after 20 years, you know, Irish and Chin stops the series. So where is Clash gonna go, you know? What does it mean for the Clash culture? And where do you see the future of Clash? And what do we all have to do that this discipline of the culture, you know, doesn't get lost? Because I think it's a very, you know, important discipline, and if people understand it, they don't see it only from a war side, but from a side to improve yourself. And, you know, maybe we can have some answers, starting with Chris and then go further.
The way it is right now, it could have not worked out any other way for the longevity of Sound Clash in my culture, in Jamaica and the world, because we have played clashes before, and we have won smaller clashes, like some smaller clashes, and you know, we were victorious in those. But on a main level, for a sound now who is not a traditional, like most people would not say, boy, it's not a One Love era, it's not a Bass this year, it's not a Kilimanjaro. So people would consider us now to be a new era of sound system that is entering the Clash arena. So for us to win the final World Clash now, it gives hope. Because even now, after the winning of this World Clash in Jamaica right now, every corner you go, based on that, every young sound or every sound that was on our level, they are now clashing. So Jamaica is active right now because all of those sounds saw that somebody they know, somebody they can recognize, somebody they can see, they empower with on a day-to-day basis, win a World Clash. That means we can do it too. Because before, as I'm sure everybody can attest to, you kept seeing the same names in the clashes. Every time there was a big clash, you saw the same names over and over. So you see the younger youths them now, the younger selectors, sound systems, they kind of lost all momentum. Like, all right, if we don't have this amount of song, or if we can't play this amount of song, or play this artist, we're not getting no recognition. So for them to see us go out there and win it, it's not no whole heap of money, it wasn't the most heaviest artillery or dubs or whatever, just talent, and they see that it can be done. Right now in Jamaica, Clash is active every week in a country, somewhere, somehow. Clash, because now the youths now of a younger age realize that, oh, it is possible. Because before it was dying, that's why you kept seeing the same sounds over and over, because there was no interest from nobody in my age group really to further this Sound Clash thing. So now, after winning the World Clash, even before, because we took on Boom Clash and we went to Caribbean Rumble in Antigua and represented Jamaica, we came second in that. So it's like, it's been a little process over the past 5 years, whereas the youths them and people who were not up there, big traditional, big sounds, realizing that we take time and break down the barrier as Code Red. And now it's open. Even the other day in Dream Weekend, like a regular, I was there and a sound, the promoter was like, yo, a little clash and rare. And we just do it, because now the youths them, before you would have never have no younger selector, no youths interested in that like that. But now, it is a different kettle of fish. So the business is wide open. So for me, Code Red Sound itself winning the final World Clash shows the people now who are upcoming that, yo, all right, these things are achievable. So big up to Irish and Chin, enough love. They did it for 20 years. It was solid. We love it. And that does not mean because Irish and Chin is not moving forward anymore with the World Clash brand. That opened the door now for anybody now who loves the business and feel you have what it takes to become a promoter. You can start doing it. And now you have other sounds who are interested. You have a younger vibe, younger everything that's going on, and the business is opening. So I believe it went the best way it could. Whereas a sound now from Jamaica won the final World Clash, and especially that not a tradition, not the sound where everybody saw every minute. So a new breed of sound now, a new category, a new spring on life basically for the business. Because people saw Kilimanjaro, Bass Odyssey, Black Cat, Mataran, Firelinks. Yeah. This was the same circle. So now for them to see somebody else step out, I believe it's a great thing. Yeah.
Mattia, I think you want to add something.
I would like to say, add something to this, because first of all, I really love that Jamaica won the final World Clash. I told you directly on stage, that was the first thing I said. You know, like, it's just because that's where it all started. That's where the final World Clash title belongs. So big up again to Code Red and Chris Diamond. You did wonderful work in that night. Looking onto Europe now. Yeah, man. Real talk.
Yeah, man. The pressure was enormous. Cause imagine now the final World Clash. Everybody has said, yo, a jar, I shouldn't go represent. Cause the man they can't go win, yo. I should have trooper, yo. The man they not go win.
No, so it was the right decision.
All right. So you see, we go in there and win. Trust me, everybody was like, yo. So it worked out.
Right now, talking about Clash in Europe, I want to say 2-3 things if I can, please. Because the situation is like this. In Europe, everybody's too serious when it comes to sound clashes. Every young selector, every selector upcoming, going to a sound clash, he will like literally not talk to the other person and look on them like this and stuff. You know, Chris and I, and you know, even Fire, Michelle Lampa, we could all clash 100 times. We would still respect and love each other. It's just on stage where this clash is happening, and that's what a lot of the younger sounds didn't really recognize. They put personal feelings into this. They really put a lot of these feelings into it, and they get envy and Batman when it comes to clash, and that's why the clash scene in Europe is definitely struggling. The next thing is we have to free up ourselves a little bit. You know, if you look on Jamaica, you can play like basically everything in the rounds, and then when it comes to tune for tune, you have to draw for the dub plates and keep the people them, you know, like still in the same vibe. But over here, like people don't, you know, like the people that promote the clashes, they rarely want to put in the 45s. They rarely, you know, like want to free up, and they say, if you play not foundation tunes in dub for dub, you know, like these Shaggy song, for some people that just start play sound and they're 20, 21 people, it's kind of a foundation song. It's 15 years ago for them. That's when they were 5 years old. We have to free up ourselves and just start to enjoy the music over here again, you know, like, and just have those clashes happening and make the people them come out and, you know, like compete with each other but still respect each other. It's very important. Then the next thing, in Jamaica, you have a big media coverage. Example, Code Red wins World Clash. It's all over the Jamaican newspaper. I go second in a clash and Bass Odyssey wins it. It's all over in the newspaper. Over here, rarely one newspaper writes about clashes. You know, like even when European sounds win world clashes, they rarely write about it in the newspaper. There's no big media coverage. So I think everybody has to do their part to keep clashes alive in Europe. The sound systems that have to free up, the promoters that have to say, play 45s. They have to bring the sounds back, and they have to tell them, just come and you don't have to spend $1 million on dub plates. You can play 45s in the first 2-3 rounds. We have to get the young crowd that loves to go to dancehall. They have to come back to the clashes. It's like in Germany, for example, the clashes have 150 to 200 people, and all of them are 35 plus. All of them are the soundmen that are like leftover. We need the young generation. We have to attract them. If we can mash up a dancehall and have them, we can mash up a clash and have them. But then we have to play the same music. And that's the job of the selectors, the sound systems, the promoters, and everybody who is you know, like, working to promote the Jamaican sound system culture in Europe. You have to stand up and get those shit together and realize it's 2022. We have to work for this if we want the sound clash thing to survive in Europe.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. You know, I think the discussion could go on and on and on, but I think that was a very good, so to speak, last word or last sentences, because we want to open it up for the public. We are kind of a bit late, so we only have like 2 questions, so please don't be shy and ask your questions. Anybody in the audience?
Check 2. Oh yeah, we got one question at the back.
Blessed love. I just came in, so I cannot talk much. Just referring to you were saying. So, how did it come that now the younger generation of sound systems have this kind of stiff way to not dealing with one another anymore? Like all the items say, all of the item is in love with one another. If it comes to the clash, it's like wrestling, all right? It's a show thing. Yeah. So why the youths them become so hard? Is it part on the old kind, my generation, your generation of soundmen who do this, responsible for it, or where it really come from?
Social media. Exactly. It's only social media. Simple like this. That's the only reason. People don't want to look stupid on social media. They just want to play the realest songs and the biggest dubs, and they don't want to say this, they don't want to say that. They don't want to be like hustled on social media after Clash because they played like a Major Lazer song in the 45 round, but they mash up the place with it. But people will hate on them afterwards. Because of social media, it is what it is.
Yeah.
We have any more questions from the audience?
Sorry, also I feel some clashes must not be streamed. I mean, you have, you know what I mean? You're right.
Yeah. Well, one thing I forgot to say, anybody interested in purchasing like some world-class t-shirts, they can go check them out on Code Red website, codered.com. You support the thing, you know? Yeah, so check it out. Codered.com, you have some marijuana shirts, you have some sound clash shirts. If you like the culture, let's go look at it. If you like it, you purchase one, support the thing. If not, so just check it out, codered.com. Mad.
Okay, there was a little advertising in between. Do we have any more questions?
Hello. First of all, I'm sorry because my English is not good. But I'm a young soundman from Portugal, and I want to know if you have important advice to introduce my sound in SUNSPLASH in Europe, and after that in the world, of course.
Well, I would say just focus on your own area in terms of having a club where you can express yourself, build your own audience, make your audience proud of being your follower, and the more you get followers, the more they will talk about you. You will have them promoting you, and once a promoter saw your talent and they suddenly realize you have a following, they will see you as somebody they are they should put on a bill because they can get back, people coming to the clashes because you have your own following. And that's the most important thing in becoming somebody once you reach that level of SoundCloud international stages. Because nowadays social media make you rise and fall in 2 days. And most of the time when you just focus on, being active on social media, they can build you and kill you in very short time. So just do remember, promote yourself and make everybody know what you are doing in your area, how people love the way you're playing, and once you reach that stage, everything will be easier for you. You don't have to promote your own self. Your people will promote you. Once you reach that, it's all going easier for you.
And then if you start voice dub play, start with the foundation.
Yeah, I started a long time ago, and I started with foundation style. Yeah, and it's my love.
Yeah, because
And now look upon us.
Yeah, because I know that I'm young, and I want
you're
to
young,
learn
but them old,
The most important thing is look upon all of us, starting with Chris Diamond, Northern Lights, Lampa way back when, and Warrior. Never stop, follow your dream. If you feel it is what you have to do, just do it. And don't listen to nobody who wants to badmine you, get you down, or hate upon you. Just follow your dream and do what you have to do.
It's like...
And if you really love Sound Clash, or you plan to voice a lot of dubs, prepare for your wife to curse you out for the money you're going to spend.
Yes.
That's why we got married.
No, always make it 50-50. Wife money, dub money.
Okay, I'm afraid it's time to wrap it up. But before, I want to let you know that tonight at 3 o'clock, Code Red is going to play in the Dancehall. Yeah. And tomorrow night, over there in the Dancehall, it's going to be Warrior Sound alongside Jugglers, also from Germany. And every night, you can see the Dancehall residents, Northern Lights and Lampard before the other sound start. And at 7 tonight, we have a next session called Back to the Roots, Reggae and Dancehall in Africa with Nkulee Dub and Ratigan Era. So stay around, 7 o'clock. That's 15 minutes from now. We'll be here again.
Cambia. Cambia si sientes que tu dinero debe servir para transformar la sociedad y cuidar del planeta. Si eres de los que piensa que tu dinero debe usarse para construir un mundo mejor, más limpio, más humano, cambia. Cambia para que las cosas cambien. Únete a Trio 2 Bank.